the members was walking his dog near the cricket ground. They could hear the alarm going off from inside. Some of them obviously went down with a key, opened the door, and as you've probably seen from the images, the entire ceiling's pretty much collapsed. So what we think's happened is, due to the adverse weather last week, the obviously pipes have frozen, and then obviously they got to a certain point, and then they've burst. Obviously all the water's then fallen through the ceiling, and obviously caused quite a significant amount of damage, unfortunately.
Obviously, devastating news. And what are the financial implications for the club?
Well, not great. So obviously we've been, over the last, pretty much since COVID, been trying to renovate the main room as best we can. So obviously just trying to bring in or make it more pleasing for obviously functions like birthdays and all those types of things. So obviously a lot of work's gone into that. So basically all that money's slightly gone down the drain. We do have insurance, but it's not going to cover most of the stuff that's actually like the actual contents. So we're now going to be looking at trying to raise as much money as we can to try and cover of repairing it all, unfortunately.
I was going to ask you, you're going to do a fundraiser, but you've just said it then. Is it going to be a Just Giving page, or will you be doing like activities and hosting events? What's going to be going on?
Well, the initial bit we've been looking at is the Just Giving page, because I think we've known from, obviously that's a slightly different scenario, but the Hissups and Glossop, they had a fire, so they set up a similar page for themselves and managed to raise some money to try and rectify their restaurant. So we'll be trying to do the same thing. Obviously, looking for the goodness in people's hearts in the local area, just to try and put some up. We'll be putting a link up, hopefully either tonight or tomorrow. I think there's one of the guys who's sorting it. I think there's a bit of a admin process that you have to get approved before you can actually make it go live. But that'll be one of the things. That'll be the immediacy, and then coming up to our centenary year next year, so it's not exactly the greatest start. We'll probably try and look to do some functions, or at least some fundraising between now and the start of the season in April to try and get us back up and running before April, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 months away when the season starts. You know, for this thing to happen at any time of the year, it's really bad. But with just 4 months to rectify it, get it all solved and bring the money in, kind of in a race against time, aren't you, really?
Yeah, so like I said, there's never an ideal time for this type of stuff to happen, but at least we do have some time to try and rectify it. With the clean-up job, we'll hopefully start ASAP. We just had to delay that slightly just while we spoke to the insurance company to obviously find out what plan of action they wanted us to take before doing any of the work to clear it up. And then, like I said, it's just 4 months of what will be hard graft, but we'll, as we've said previously, all the hard work to get it to where it was previously, we'll do the hard work again and try and get it back to what it was, and even better, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. But looking at the silver linings and all that, you've got a hardy band of volunteers at the club. That's players, officials, and even family members. So with that large group, are you confident that things will kick on, and in time for April, you'll have something to look forward to? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, the immediate outpouring of messages that we've had on social media, Twitter and Facebook, has been obviously very, very nice to see. And that's not just from members of our own club, but obviously from clubs in the wider area. So obviously, like you mentioned, Ashton have had a similar issue. They've reached out to us and obviously offered their condolences. So yeah, hopefully with a bit of a community spirit and people obviously banding together, then that 4 months should hopefully fly by, and we should be hopefully back up and running quite shortly.
Yeah, definitely. But in brighter news, obviously the season is 4 months away. What are the preparations like ahead of this new season, and are you happy with how things have gone?
Yeah, so obviously, and on a slightly brighter note, we've started winter nets back down at Total Cricket at Ashton again. So that's been going well. We've retained the South African overseas Louis that we had last year, so he'll be coming back for another season. So that's obviously a really big, massive plus for the club. He's sitting in very, very well last year with the lads, so he's really looking forward to coming back. And then, from the first team point of view, get promoted, new division, so looking for minimum requirement to stay in the league, and then we'll just see how we go. And then for the second team, it's just again trying to build on some of the more positive performances that we had last year, and see if potentially if they can get promoted as well.